Hey guys, welcome back to another Architecture Real Talk. Today I have a very fascinating question that was asked very candidly, and it was pretty simple. What is my biggest fear about architecture? What do I fear the most in architecture? And the old me, the younger me, would have thought about all the things that would have pertained to just me. I would have thought about, what if I lose my ability to problem solve? What if I lose my ability to analyze the context in a unique way? What if I lose my ability to come up with a new concept to a fruition, come to an idea that is sound or profound, and to contribute to the innovative world of architecture? How can I make history? And eventually that would have broadened into, I don't want to be replaced by production architecture. 90% of the architecture that's being done in the city is production architecture. It's pretty much done by civil engineers, replicative of previous architectural work. It's being done by design build contractors. It's being done by people just finding plans online and just submitting them to the city. People playing their own architects. So it's not being designed by an architect. And now lately, the fear would have been, what if I get replaced by an AI? What if you can simply click a button and generate all the construction documents you need? You can already modify plans, interiors, images. It's only a matter of time where I'll be replaced by a machine. And all of those fears were self-centered. And I started thinking back to the first video that I revealed my face on. The difference between the real world and studio. And I wanted to bring that point further home. It came out of necessity, came out of the fear that we will lose the next generation. If you think, I want you to walk through this life, think about a man or a young woman that has pursued their journey in architecture. They start off at a high school, build a portfolio of creativity, and apply to, let's say, University of Houston. At the time where I was applying, there was 300 applicants and about 110 kids got accepted. Nowadays, the acceptance rate is still somewhere around 50% at max. And that person gets into studio and he's surrounded by a creative atmosphere where he hones the craft. He implements ideas that he never been able to do before. He pushes his boundaries. He sacrifices his day, night. He sweats. He pretty much bleeds for his craft just so he can realize architecture, true creativity. And then he graduates. In a class of 40 people, 50 people max, about 50% of the population of those students are lost. And by the time he graduates, ready to pursue the world, he ends up in an office where all he does is pick up red lines. And then someone instilled in him an idea that once you become a licensed architect, you can practice off of your own free whim. And so he starts gathering hours, and he starts working more hours than he's supposed to gravitate towards these project manager hours and eventually become a licensed architect. And in his pursuit for money, he forgoes and understands that he can never be compensated the same as an engineer because he enjoys what he does. And he comes to a point where he sacrifices work-life balance and he wants to start a life. So as he pushes his work and life balance more towards his life, the employer sees him as a vested employee, no longer vested in a career. Or he's not prioritizing his growth as an architect, and they lay him off. So now a spirit that was already not satisfied with the way the world architecture ran in the world is now facing layoffs. And then architects are leaving the field by droves. What if we lose amongst those group the likes of Louis Kahn, the likes of Frank Lloyd Wright, the likes of Morphosis, of Ben Van Berkel? What if these people simply lose interest in architecture. And we did this to them, this disservice of cutting off their creativity. We ended up giving them things that they could not handle. What if the next generation of architects simply are just a group of architects that love modular architecture, or a group of architects that just simply rely on AI? We simply rely on the machine to create things for us. And it's a sad reality to think of, but we capped the growth on humanity, capped the growth on innovation. So that's why when I say I want to build better minds, that's what my channel stands for. So when I say continue to create, continue to inspire, until next time. Follow for more content.